The nation considers you completely unacceptable. The Islamic regime also considers you completely unacceptable.
This situation, it is directly connected to these specific individuals. That particular fellow, the one who carries himself with such an air of arrogance and overwhelming pride.
It does not tolerate the act of being a mercenary for foreigners.
You can be anyone you want to be, but once you became a foreign mercenary, you started working for outsiders.
The nation considers you completely unacceptable. The Islamic regime also considers you completely unacceptable.
This situation, it is directly connected to these specific individuals. That particular fellow, the one who carries himself with such an air of arrogance and overwhelming pride.
He sits there passing judgment on the entire world. He should also be well aware that typically the most tyrannical despots and arrogant oppressors throughout history, from the likes of Pharaoh, Nimrod, Reza Khan, Mohammad Reza, and countless others of their kind, were ultimately overthrown and brought down from power precisely when they believed themselves to be at the absolute pinnacle of their pride and unyielding arrogance. This one, too, is going to be overthrown.
God is the greatest. God is the greatest.
Iran is facing a dramatic escalation. Markets shut, streets flood with protesters, and the internet goes dark nationwide. What began on December 28th with the Tehran bazaar shutdown has now erupted into a full-blown countrywide revolt fueled by economic collapse and public anger. The death toll is rising. According to human rights activist news agency, at least 42 people have been killed since the protests began. Those deaths include civilians, security personnel, and 5 children, underscoring the severity of the violence. Another rights group, Iran Human Rights, says Wednesday alone was the deadliest day yet, with 13 protesters killed in just 24 hours. Hundreds more have been injured as confrontations between crowds and security forces intensify. Scenes from the streets reveal the scale. Massive rallies surge through Tehran, with crowds filling Ayatollah Khamenei Boulevard. Protests were also reported in Abadan, Mashhad, and dozens of other cities, some reports claiming government buildings were set ablaze. The unrest has spread far beyond major cities. HRANA reports protests or strikes in at least 46 cities across 21 provinces. Markets shut down in Kurdish regions, with entire towns joining coordinated work stoppages. The crackdown is widening. More than 2,277 people have been arrested nationwide, including 166 minors and dozens of university students. Rights groups say state TV has aired at least 45 forced confessions since the unrest began. As protests surge, Iran has gone dark online. NetBlocks reports a nationwide internet blackout, severely limiting communication. Meanwhile, Donald Trump warned Tehran of severe consequences if killings continue, raising fears this crisis may spill beyond Iran's borders.
There's been protesters killed in Iran. You said we were locked and loaded, ready to go. What is the line there for when the U.S. is going to get involved in those protests?
We'll take a look. We're watching it very closely. If they start killing people like they have in the past, I think they're going to get hit very hard by the United States.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.